you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with a new video. Oh my gosh, I miss you guys. It feels like I've been away for so long. But yeah, I fully enjoyed my weekend in London. And if you've not seen it, I did a quick YouTube shorts. Do check it out. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. It feels like I've been away for a week and it was just only a weekend and it went so quick. I'm missing London and my family already. But yeah, back to my work, my job and normal routine. But yeah, guys, in today's video, as you already know by the title and the thumbnail, we're talking about the one and only Priscilla, aka Money Long, aka she hates all black women because we're hating on her. So the singer, well, the R&B singer who used to be a pop singer, but yeah, the R&B singer Money Long is, well, she's been trending and she might be cancelled now. I am a bit late on this story, but obviously other things have been happening. And like I said, I did go away for a break. But yeah, she's been getting dragged on these TikTok streets. She was going back and forth on her life with someone in the comments, and that transpired to talking about all women, all black women to be exact, that were hating on her, we're rude, we don't support her. Like where did all this come from? Like what? So it's one of those feelings. I feel like she's been feeling like this basically since day one, and now she's just spewing. So I'm gonna roll the clip, and I will be back with my commentary.
Only ever black women that say they don't like my personality. You notice that? Because I'm being myself. I'm acting just like your raggedy mom and your aunties. With them ashy cankles. This is how they act. But there's something wrong with my personality.
You don't like me, you don't like yourself.
Exactly. Take a look in the mirror. You don't like you.
Who are you?
They be like, oh, she's so... What you want me to do? What it is you're a bully and you used to people laying down letting them do whatever. I'm not a bully and you used to people laying down letting them do whatever. I'm not that. It's never going to be that.
I'm not her and this ain't that.
Like, oh, she stinks. She got a... Who are you? Why do I have to be nice to you? What did you do?
It's called being confident in who you are. And
exactly. No, I see the comments, Kelly. But it's just amazing to me. I'm not even doing anything. I'm sitting here enjoying brunch with my friends. But I got attitude. My attitude is nasty.
I think your attitude comes with the success. If you were not Money Long, I don't think we'll have a problem with that.
Man, because I'm cute.
And then when you're famous, you don't have the luxury of speaking up for yourself. Now that's crazy.
Okay, girl, you realize you lame. You still sitting here talking. Leave. I don't even got the energy to delete you out the chat.
Come on, use your bathroom.
How you say your name? Tuloro Bori Toyinke?
Yeah, guys, you just heard that. Now she did make some good points, but then she went off the train tracks when she was just like, "I'm just like your mom, your aunt, and their raggedy ankles," and it's just like, you know what I mean? You can't talk about people's mama or people's family like what? But I definitely did agree with some black women can be like bullies, especially when you're like the quiet type. Like I'm the quiet, there's two type of black girls or even three. You got the hype, the loud ones. You've got the like really the more quiet ones like myself, and then I guess you've got people in the middle. So I did agree when she said about that and being bullies. Like even me going to London, people can tell that I'm not from there, like I'm out of town. So, certain black people be giving me dirties and, just looking at me like I'm an alien. And it's just like, no, I'm just a normal black girl. I'm just from up north. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. Some black girls can come off, the whole aggressive and just being mean for no reason when you're just being yourself. Again, I don't know what was said in that live, but she just made me laugh. Like, you ain't gonna bully me. I'm here trying to have brunch with my friends, and you've got a little friend backing up in the background, like, yeah, they just mad because they ain't you. Oh my gosh, but yeah. So I did do a video recently on rhinoplasty, aka nose job, that is becoming more big in the black community, and obviously Money Long has had rhinoplasty. So you know when people were gathering up, they were putting her old picture versus how she looks now. I'll put one there. Well, yeah, yikes. I did do a video on it, like I said, so if you've not seen it, do check it out. But yeah, let's get into some people's reactions. I'm sorry, this woman, just this woman alone, she killed it. Like,
Muni Long, not too much on us, baby girl. Not too much. You better watch what you say. Out here
not too
talking about
much.
it's only black women that don't like your personality. It might be because it's only black women that know you. It's only black women that ever gave you a damn chance, but that can be stopped. We can take that card back if you'd like to see who really supports you out here. I mean, Muni Long was on her live today. I guess she was getting some trolls in her comments. And instead of her just dealing with them trolls as a black woman, she wanted to let it be known that it's only black women that don't like her. I think it was only black women that supported your ass too. Didn't nobody like Hours and Hours and all these songs till we liked it. You know what I'm saying? No one liked your music till we liked it. And now because you think you got other people of diverse communities liking your music, you don't really want to recognize who made your shit hot? You bumped your head, little girl. Instead of you talking about black women, you need to be talking about the people that troll you, because black women also supported you. But we don't have to, though. We don't have to.
Yes, shout out to that black woman. And like she said, not too much now. Like, speaking of black women, even though Money Long is a black woman, like, relax. You know what I mean? Like, don't do too much, because then your other fans of other races think, well, if she's talking to them like that, then we can. No, 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 not too much now. But yeah, she made some really good points. Hours and Hours. I loved that song when it first came out, but ain't nobody playing that. And then what was it? Nobody loves me. Obviously, that was trending on TikTok. I never did it. Like with Money Long, her pen game, like, she's written for a lot of artists, so her pen game is, it's sick, it's sickening. That's why she's called Money Long. She's made a lot of money writing for other artists, but I feel like her career, it's not that big, you know what I mean? So now that she's done this now, it's just like, sis, like, this might be it for you, it might be curtains, you know what I mean? Look what happened to Kerry Hilson, and her career has never been the same again. You've not seen my video, I did a quick video on that, on her recent interview at the Breakfast Club. But yeah, not too much now. Don't be doing too much, especially when it comes to black women. Yeah, there was no need for her live and for her to go off like that to talk about the whole black, like, women and the black community like that. Like, she should have just dealt with that troll. Everyone gets trolls, famous people, influencers, even me being a small YouTuber, I get trolls, but you have to, like, don't feed into it, you know what I mean? You have to ignore them or just block them and keep it moving. Cuss them out, not the group of people, cuss them out one time and keep it moving. But yeah, I agree with everything that woman said.
Money Long said that only black women say they don't like her personality. And let's be real, she's right. Because only black women know who Money Long is. Like, it makes sense that you hated on by the people that know who you are, your biggest demographic of people that you are promoted to and support your music. It would probably take a really long time in a room full of 1,000 white women for any of them to have an opinion about Money Long at all, let alone say anything about her personality. Let's be real. They probably know Priscilla Renee before they know Money Long. I wish more celebrities would just understand that you got to be careful about what you say, because people are going to take you literally. They're going to be all about the semantics, and they are going to be looking for you to slip up. Don't go on live and have opinions and emotions. Go say that to your friends, because none of these people care about you. They like your music, and this is my point that is going to be supported by this even more. The person that said they don't like your personality was on your live watching you. On your live, they still put money in your pocket regardless, because they still go over to your music and they still stream it, because the only people that really in large numbers support Money Long are black women. So don't offend your biggest fan base by being general. Just say, I got haters like everybody else, because your haters are always going to represent your fan base, your audience.
Yeah, shout out to him. Haters gon' hate. They're always gonna be there. And like the guy said, you should have addressed that hater in your life, and you were making money off that hater because they were in your life. You know what I mean? But he's so right. Like he said, if she was in a room full of white women, you know what I mean, it'll take them a while for them to actually, have some sort of connection to her. So yeah, she's dead ass wrong for dissing her biggest, basically fan base, and, people that have supported her. Because you talk about people's mamas and aunties, and it's just like, and I know she might be like, oh, if you take offense to it, then, the boot fits. But it's just like, it's just rude, you know what I mean? You could be cussing at one person, but when it affects the whole demographic or the whole community, then you know what I mean. We're giving them. We have to give you the side eye, and it's just funny because he mentioned her actual name, Priscilla. Like I said, she used to be go as Priscilla, and she used to do like pop, more like in the white kind of genres. That flopped. She didn't go nowhere. She rebooted, came back as Money Long, had a nose job, went into more R&B, and we all know if anything R&B hip hop, that's more black people, so we are her biggest fans and supporters, and you know what I mean. So for her to do turn around and do this to us, it's like a slap in the face, like ew.
Y'all sitting over here acting like y'all don't remember who Money Long really is. How y'all forget that Miss Money Long is actually Priscilla Hamilton? Yes, the Priscilla Hamilton. And I'm sorry, but Priscilla Hamilton never seemed to like nappy-headed garden tools. Y'all don't remember that she used to make alternative music before she started making R&B? Don't y'all realize that she only changed her name to Money Long, changed her entire appearance, her persona, and everything, and even the sound that she has, because the demographic she wanted as an audience wasn't effing with her. It wasn't until she realized that it was black women who's actually going to be messing with her music that she switched things up. This R&B thing is not authentic to her. This is not what she originally had in mind for her musical future. She wanted to be like, from what I can tell, like a black version of Avril Lavigne. Which is fine. It sounded good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I like that type of music. A lot of us do. But it's just inauthentic of her to now want to switch up the whole entire character to fit a demographic that she don't even like, but that she knows will support her no matter what. Yeah, the real demographic that she wanted wasn't rocking with her, so she changed tunes. And that's okay. Like, sometimes you gotta reinvent yourself. But the problem that I have with her is that you got mad at one or two comments that some internet troll, probably some AI system, wrote to you, and then you took it out on an entire group of women. The same entire group of women that listens to your music now. The same ones that be pushing your stuff out when, really it's not all that great. We just like to support our own, But her response to them little comments that she saw on that live was real nasty, and she needs to get some kind of PR team to help her revise that. Or maybe she should just go back to her original plan, because I don't know if there's any coming back from this. Once you piss us off, it's kind of hard to get it back. Oh, and one last thing. Money, how can anybody say anything about not liking your personality when we don't know your personality, sweetheart? I don't even think you know your personality. You keep trying to switch it up to fit narratives so you can get paid. Maybe go back to the original personality, and so people can like the authentic version of you.
Listen, shout out to that lady. She came with receipts. Oh my gosh, not dragging up that little clip, and I couldn't play it for copyright reasons. But yeah, not her trying to be the black Avril Lavigne. Shout out to her. I used to listen to her back in the day. Those little pop channels, Top of the Pops and stuff. But yikes, she told no lies. And like she said, it's like, Money Long, your music's not even all that. Big facts, and she's American, but for us in the UK, she's okay, but you know what I mean? She ain't all that. But the fact that she brought up, her original name, Priscilla Hamilton, and what she tried to do back in the day, for the white audience, and that flopped. So she rebranded, came back as Money Long, R&B diva. No, I just can't get over the receipts. Y'all telling me y'all forgot who Money Long was? She's been showing her true colors, and that she's basically quite anti-black. You know what I mean? I know with rhinoplasty, a lot of people say, "Oh, if you have a nose job, you hate yourself, you hate your black features." Not really. I don't really think that, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just feel like you just want a nose job. You know what I mean? When people do get a nose job, do they get a smaller nose, which is not obviously a black feature? Yeah, but what's the difference between getting a boob job and a BBL? And you know what I mean? Oh, because having big boobs and a big bum bum is African feet. You know what I mean? That's just like me getting a BBL. They wouldn't be like, oh, that's anti-black, because by stereotypes, I'm supposed to have a big bum, but I don't. You know what I mean? But everyone, you know what I mean? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But yeah, shout out to that woman. I agree with everything she said.
Money Long need to go ahead and check herself into facility and claim exhaustion, That's what I would do. And this is with my PR hat on. Money Long, go ahead and take yourself into somewhere and say, hey, I've been tired. I'm stressed out. This industry got me going crazy. I done turned on my core audience. I feel like y'all was attacking me because I was just tired. Money Long, you see what black people did to Daniel Caesar. Told him up. Target. Money Long. And if you don't know what Money Long did, she said that black women are the only women that don't like her personality. I don't know the context of this conversation. She was on live. I don't know where it came from. Seemed a little left field. I don't know who done pissed her off. But trust me, it wasn't black women. So I think she needs to go ahead and just claim exhaustion. Check herself in somewhere. And go sit down. And get off the internet.
Yeah, claim exhaustion. Say you wasn't in the right frame of mind. I agree. Say you burnt out. I'm with her. We don't know the context, what happened, but she definitely was on live and then she just went off, not on that troll, but went off on the black people as a whole. But yeah, I agree. Daniel Caesar, like what happened to him, and also like she mentioned Target. Listen, the thing is, when you come from the black community, and especially black women, your life will never be the same again. Like athletes, rappers, like when they have black baby moms or they used to deal with black women, when they stop doing it, they end up losing their minds and they're just never the same again. Let's use Kanye West as an example. When he first came in the industry, he was with a beautiful black woman, and then he went to the Amber Roses, and then Kim Kardashian, to this Bianca woman, and we all know where his career and life is at. But yeah, I agree with everything she said. Like, just claim exhaustion, and maybe she should come out and do an apology video. But what I mean, she's being quite stubborn and standing 10 toes down. So in this next clip I'm gonna play, it's her saying, "Yeah, I give up. Like, y'all got me. Y'all whooped my ass. Da 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 da."
All right. Y'all got it. I quit. Y'all done drugged me, whooping me all through the streets by my hair. So now once I get this whipping though, that's it. You can't come back and keep, you know what I'm saying? Once I took the L, did my time. Whenever that is, because y'all still going. But I'm done. I'm through. I can see.
Yeah, guys, you just heard that. She sounds tired. She sounds exhausted. She sounds like she's been through it. And yeah, the people, especially black women, have been gathering up. And shout out to the black men. The black men have been adding their little 2 cents too. You know what I mean? But yeah, she was getting dragged. And her caption is funny because, like she said in her live about, ashy, crackly ankles. She put that like, yeah, y'all dragged me and my ashy, crackly ankles. I'm like, yeah, I know that's right. Like, you're not speaking on our mamas and aunties when you're the one with the ashy ankle knees. But yeah, I'm gonna play some more reactions. People are still going in like they don't care. Like, mm-mm.
Now, what the fuck was that? Money Love. Girl, what the fuck was that supposed to be? Was that supposed to be some type of an apology? Just putting your hands up like, I quit, I give up, y'all got it? What is that? You told us that we don't like you when none of us ever said that shit. So we all went bet. I, for the longest time, did not know that yours, mine, ours, I can do this shit for hours was you. You got 2 hits. Granted, you got 2 Grammys. Hope you enjoy them because it's going to be a cold day in hell before you see another one. That's unless you go back to songwriting for other bitches that we like. You got your newly renovated face onto the internet talking cash shit about the people who put you on. And then now we're like, all right, fine, y'all got it. What? You fucked yourself. Like, this is the end. I hope you know that. There's no coming back from this. Don't believe me? Chrisette Michele, Caesar. These niggas will never have the careers that they should have had because of their fucking mouths. All you had to do was just shut up. You got motherfuckers coming onto the internet, posting them, deleting your music. The 2 songs you got off of their iTunes, off of their Spotify, blocking your name off of their accounts. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? If you didn't want to be famous, you could have just said that, because I get that. If you were tired of being just critiqued I can understand that being a black woman and being in this public eye, would make anybody lose their mind. But why would you shit on the people that actually support you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Guys, just give me a minute. That was a read. Like, oh my gosh. Where do I even start? Not people, showing themselves on Spotify and Apple Music deleting her 2 songs. She's so funny. She's like, yeah, fair enough. You got those 2 big hits, you got 2 Grammys, but enjoy it. Like, was it worth it? Because we ain't gonna see another one again unless you write for someone. Because, like I said, her pen game is fire. If she writes for another artist, like, that's mad, but she did make some really good points. Chris at Michelle, I was thinking about that before when that last girl was talking about Daniel Caesar, and again, he got mentioned. Like, listen, when the black community, especially when you're of color as well, don't mess with you, but they used to be your biggest supporters or your biggest fan base, it's a wrap. And this is what I mean. Like, what was that fake ass sort of apology about? Yeah, y'all got me. Like, I've been getting dragged. Like, we're still waiting for the sorry. And I was just talking to that troll, but you still not apologize to the black women that you were cussing and you know what I mean, going off in your live. Like, but I agree with her. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, was that supposed to be? And one thing about black people, I don't know why they find it so hard to apologize, but they do. For me, wrong is wrong, innit? If you've hurt someone, just apologize and move on. Now, when it comes to them forgiving you or not, that's on them, you know what I mean? But as long as you can go to bed calmly at night saying, listen, I did the right thing, I apologize, then the rest is up to them. But yeah, I agree with her. Like, what the fuck was that? And was it worth it going off like that? You know what I mean? We don't hear much from Money Long, so for her to go off like that is just shocking. And the fact that she went in on her reconstructing face. Never come for black women. Don't do it. And it's mad with all this happening. Money Long for me has just been taking L's. She was winning, again the song, the Grammys, but then she ended up divorcing her partner of like 10 years. I think she has one child, and now this. And it's just like, again, what she's done to her face, the whole change, switch up, rebranding. Like she said, I hope this was worth it because the only way from here is.
I usually mind my business, but this money long situation is crazy because ultimately, y'all mad that she said black women are the only people that's tearing her down. She's not wrong. Like, when you go through her live stream, most of her fans are what? Black women. So she can see the comments that black women are making, and if they're nasty comments that are being made by black women, that's just what it is. Some black women that are in her comments tearing her down, so she is not wrong for stating such. And then for that girl Sherry to get on here and make a video talking about it's only black women that support you. Duh, so it's only black women tearing her down in the same breath. So what the fuck are we talking about? Like, black women love to have these fucking irrational outbursts without using fucking brain sense. Like, use y'all fucking brain. Duh, only black women watch her. So in the same breath, it's only black women on her live stream. So who the fuck is talking mean to her? Who is being mean to her? Black women. Like, y'all gotta start exercising y'all fucking brains, bro. Stop trying to be victims about everything. Black women are in her comments tearing her down, just like they in everybody fucking comment sections tearing them down. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Okay, you heard her. She made some good points again that I stated at the beginning. She was making some good points, and then she just went off the train track when she started mentioning people's mamas and aunties. For me, that's when she was dead ass wrong. You know what I mean? But what that woman said, her biggest supporters are black women, and it is black women tearing us down. And sadly, in the black community, that's just how we are. It's like going to a black restaurant or hair shop. Like, even when I was in London, for an example, I went into like a Debenhams to a perfume, the perfume section. There was a black, cute black girl stood there. She ignored me like I didn't exist. And then this cute like older white lady came behind me. She's like, "Oh, do you need some help?" And because I've worked in customer service, I know you're meant to approach every single customer, female, male, whatever they're into, you know what I mean? Whatever color they are. And she literally, when I say she was avoiding me, she was moving like Little Kim, that dance move. Look, she was moving like she didn't see me, and I was just like, and I couldn't get the perfume I wanted because it was behind glass. But like I said, this lovely older white woman came up and she helped me, and shout out to her. And yeah, we're like crabs in a barrel. We just pull each other down when we make it out the hood, or you know what I mean, make it. So I definitely agree what that woman was saying. And like I said before, you know what I mean, some black people can bully you, and that's the saddest thing because it's your community. And this is why colorism, I find colorism more dangerous than racism, because at least with racism, you can take away yourself from white people, Asian people, but when it's your own people, you can't do anything. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, she made some good points in that clip.
Can someone get these artist PR teams? Because why is Money Long on here being weird and turning against the very audience that gave her the platform? Now, I want to be factual because a lot of people are making takes and making videos saying that, oh, Money Long said that she doesn't need black women. That's not what she said. Money Long said that the Philippines and Brazil are her largest audiences. Everything else about black women was said in the other video about her personality. Now, it very well could be a fact that Money Long's largest audience as far as like streaming and buying the music could be the Philippines. However, culturally, who was making TikToks to Made for You? Who was making TikToks to the twin, Where Have You Been? Who was making TikToks to Hours and I didn't see not damn Philippines, not damn Brazil. We got to be really careful about shitting where we lay because we can't be coming online saying these things about the very people who gave us and got us where we are today. And after doing like thorough research, watching the video clips, it really all stemmed from that video she made about her personality and how she feels that black women are the only ones that dislike it. And she said, and I quote, "I act just like your raggedy ass auntie," which isn't really untrue because you do give that rich auntie vibe, single, no kids, come to the cookout once a year. However, it goes all the way back to kindergarten. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. The tone, the disposition, the way it came off. You have to be mindful of these things when you are talking to your audience. I'm sorry, I think it's weird when you have an audience that built you up to a certain place and then you come back and talk to them crazy. That's like, to me, inconsiderate. If anything, show gratitude and grace and thankfulness to the people that built you up, even if they do kind of piss you off. And I'm going to go back to a conversation I had with somebody who knows a very, very legendary singer. And they were walking with this legendary singer. They were like, aren't you tired of people walking up to you asking for pictures? And this singer looked at her and said, these people are buying our records. These folks got us to where we are today. That's an attitude to have when you are confronting and dealing with people who have built you up to where you are today. Now, personally, no tea, no shade, I knew Money when she was Priscilla, okay? And I even said silently to myself, her personality switched up when she became Money. It was like, bitch, I'm better than you. No shame. And the reason why I never cared is because I feel like black women are held to this standard that you got to be perfect. Your attitude got to be on point. You got to have this, just humble. No. I feel like if white women get to be on here and be mediocre, have nasty ass attitudes, and get twice as much, black women can as well. Now, am I enabling her? No. Do I like it? No. But I'm going to say shit? Hell no. Because the white counterparts get away with it all the time. However, because we are a community, we hold each other accountable. Now, if you did not go and watch today's T video on her page, she had a lot to say about her audience, a lot to say about how she feels that black women are expected to be this mammy figure. And she's like, I'm not doing that. Which I want to say 95% of the video I agree with. It's when she got to that tail end talking about some of her biggest audiences are in Brazil and Philippines. He says, you treading on very, very thin ice when you start talking about who built you up, because you know damn well what audience really built your songs up to be where they are today. And I found it so funny because I was in the comment section and I found it funny how she was like on Beyonce's internet. Somebody was in the comments like, it's so funny how y'all want to talk about Beyonce's internet, Beyonce this, but y'all do not take plays from Beyonce's handbook. And I'll be saying the same. I'm like, the blueprint is right there. How many times have I got on here and said, people need to follow the blueprint? I want to be the next Beyonce. Do you? Do you really? Because your posting and the way you move says differently. I just feel like when you are a public figure, especially of the stature Money Long is, you're going to always have people giving takes on you. You're going to always have your name floating around in the press. Put it in the music. Make some money off of it. Do what Beyonce does best, since we're all inspired by her. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, shout out to him. He made some really good points. Like he said, yeah, fair enough. You know, you're smashing in Brazil and the Philippines. But when it came to this TikTok and those songs going viral, I made a TikTok to Hours and Hours, that first big hit that she had for Valentine's Day. I did a TikTok for that. But that twin, where have you been? Like you said, it was black people on TikTok doing, you know, little skits and little TikToks for that song. It's just like with my YouTube channel, obviously I'm based in the UK, but my most watched viewers, it varies, but my number one is Americans, then Canadians, and then sometimes it's South Africans or sometimes it's somewhere else. So that's just like me jumping on here saying, F the UK, you don't support, and it's just like, are you stupid? Like, and with Money Long, she's based in America, she's a black woman, so for her to come out and be like, oh, black women are our biggest haters, you bully me, you don't like my personality. Yeah, just like he said, listen, don't, you know what I mean? Don't let your head get too big. Like, come on, because you got to remember who was with you from the ground up. And I love that he shared that story with his friend that's friends with a famous celebrity. And obviously, they're just like, are you not tired of signing autographs and pictures? And they're like, no, because if you deep it, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And even like myself, shout out to my 590 subscribers. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to make money on here. I wouldn't have been, you know what I mean, able to get monetized. So yeah, never forget where you come from and the people that have helped you. Like shout out to y'all. I love y'all. You know what I mean? It's very a privilege that I can come on here, talk my stuff, give my opinion, my reaction, and y'all mess with me. You know what I mean? You're being loyal subscribers, liking, commenting, and sharing. You know what I mean? My videos, and the only way is up. But yeah, he's like everything he said was on point. You know, gratitude, gotta stay humble, and just say thank you. So again, that's rubbed people up the wrong way from the first clip, but then with that weak ass left-sided backhanded apology video, and then her explaining like what happened in her life, and then she's like, "Oh, my biggest fan base is in Brazil and the Philippines," and it's just like, really, really, bitch. And it just made me laugh that he mentioned Priscilla and, you know, her past. And it's just like, she really thought she could rebrand and we were literally just going to forget that she's called Priscilla. Comical, but yeah, he made some really good points.
So everybody pissed at Money Long right now, and I'm sorry, I have to be the one to say. When these celebrities make comments like this, like saying basically like black people are their biggest haters, why do the black people who are not hating feel so hit? Because she is clearly not talking about the people that support her. I think one thing, I love my people, but one thing I hate about black people is the fact that we act oblivious to the obvious. Like, let's be real, it's black people that be in the comments talking shit about each other. It's other black people that tear each other down. Honestly, at least 7 times out of 10, it's always gonna be another black person that's doing it. So why when these celebrities say it, y'all be ready to cancel them and blah blah? Like, you think they're lying? You think she can't just look at her comments and see all the people talking shit about her? You can't, just like that other lady right now with everybody talking about her nose job is messed up. Like, same thing with Glorilla. You don't see white people in the comments, Mexicans, Indians, Asians. You see black people in the comments talking shit about these people. You see black people tearing these people down. Why do y'all do this? And y'all probably finna come for me for this video, but I don't give a shit. Why do y'all do this? It's the truth. Black people do, not all black people, of course, because I don't do that shit, and you probably don't either. But the bitch who just scrolled past this video probably is the people that we're talking about. I run huge media news sites on Instagram, and bro, I literally go through my comments every single day. It's so many negative ass comments from black people. Black people, stop always want to play the fucking victim when listen, you're not always the victim. And it's not all of us. Like I said, it's not all of us. But let's be real. Stop acting like black people do not be tearing each other the fuck down. What Money Long said was no fucking lie. At all.
Yeah, he made some good points, but again, it's when she was like, your mama, your auntie, that's when other people had to jump in, like, huh? Now, if she was talking to that Pacific troll, she should have made it more clear. And it's like what the guy said previously. It's about your deliverance, and I agree with that. I forgot to touch on it. Again, I agreed with some of the stuff, and then it's like she went off the train tracks. So for me, it was her deliverance, and she should have just had addressed her haters and her trolls. But when she was like, black women, all black women, and it's just like, wait, huh? And even with me making a video on it now, there'll be someone in the comments like, oh, you feel this way. Why are you making a video on it? She wasn't talking to you. I make videos because it's trending. This is a trending channel. I'm reacting to it. You know what I mean? And I'm black, so I'm gonna speak on things that affect our community. But I agree, like he said, I love my people, but we do hate on each other. We're like crabs in a barrel, you know what I mean? We don't want to see people get, too far or make it out the hood. So I definitely agree with that. And like he said, he has peoples in his comments, vice versa, so do I. And most of the time it's not whites or Asians, it's our own. Again, for me, colorism is worse than racism. I said this already, so at this point it is what it is, you know what I mean? I experienced something over the weekend in London. And that's the first thing I said to my cousin once after that lovely white woman helped me. I'll be like, it'll be your own people. Listen. Mm-mm.
This might be a hot take. I'm just gonna go with it. In a world where some of the people who are screen recording themselves, removing Money Long's music from their playlist, you can see that R. Kelly is still there. In a world where y'all are using R. Kelly music as trends on TikTok, but you are divesting from Money Long, I'm not negating any harm that y'all feel like this lady has caused, but I'm not invested in all that. I'm not invested in all that. I'm not invested in all that. I sit back and watch how this woman navigates her medical issues. I think that this woman is fighting for a lot of things. I feel like because maybe it was not as prevalent as people wanted it to be, the divorce and the separation with this partner. And again, post-divorce, I need us to think about the stories were told to us about the abuse this woman experienced. If we can talk about Cassie, we can talk about, and this isn't about absolving people from harm they've caused. It's about, too frequently, we retroactively look at the whole picture, and then we have this Johnny come lately grace and care. This is a chance for us to be thoughtful in the moment and not be so hyped. Because y'all treating this lady like she Target, bitch, and that don't make sense to me. Son she's taking care of. I think she's a huge component of helping making sure her family is all right. And I think that in a world where a multitude of black artists get online, black female artists get online and say a lot of fucked up shit, that, and I'm not saying if you feel like this was crossing the line, baby, purge. But I think it's crazy that the same people are like, oh my God, it's too late. I'm done. She don't like, this is the first time I've ever heard it. Where is this track record of her being, anti-black and hating? Like, where is this at? You niggas she gave us the first like wedding song in like the last 10 years. I just want us to breathe a minute. And there's one creator, like, I don't dabble on her page too much because I don't really, the way that she navigates accountability doesn't fit right with me. But I believe that if you don't like some shit, stay away from it. Also, there's a level of what the fuck does people owe you? And I feel like people can also, like, can we sit in and be like, oh, this was a fucked up way to say it? But also, if you've been on her lives, like the way that people talk about her, and then it's like, I knew she wasn't shit because her nose wasn't shit. And niggas be too excited to throw black women away from me. And what I know to be true is, when you get excited to have the gun, there will be a moment that you will be the rabbit, and the excitement will be gone. Amen. So, yours, mine's, ours. I can do this for hours, bitch. I'm about to play revenge right motherfucking now. This lady brought the bridge back. This lady brought key changes back. Bitch, you niggas want me to sit up here and listen to The Breakfast Club? Y'all want me to sit up here and listen to all sorts of shit that are unsafe to me? But I'm supposed to go into my Apple? Do what you need to do. God bless you. But we are too close to Juneteenth for niggas to be like retracting from black folks this quickly. Amen. God bless.
Yeah, he made some actually good points. Like I stated before, she does have a child, and yeah, she just broke up with her partner of like a decade plus. And I know how that feels because I'm, you know what I mean, currently gone through a breakup. But yeah, it's not easy. I don't know if her marriage was like abusive, but you know, you touched on that. And he made a really good point, you know, when I was like, when you touched on the R. Kelly, like people will still be out here supporting him. You have the Chris Browns, you have the Kanye West. Like for me, when it comes to these celebrities, no one's gone off on live or Twitter, aka X, more than Kanye. Like the stuff that he's come out with is disgusting. You know, from the KKK suits, being anti-Semitic. Trying to think of because he's just gone off talking about the Carter's kids, disabled people, white people, black, you know what I mean, black people, that fake ass church he had. Like it just goes like the list goes on. You know what I mean? That's all I can do is just a long big sigh. He made some points, but like he said, if you felt hurt by what she did in the live, then purge. He made me laugh when he was like, "Purge, go off." But you know what I mean? Some people just be jumping on the bandwagon just because they can. So I defo agree with that. And like he said, she has brought back tunes, you know, wedding songs. Like, you know what I mean? Those two hits were hits, you know what I mean? Again, I did a TikTok to one of them, so I'm not going to go on like I don't like her music. But yeah, and like he said, black people do be doing it to each other, especially black women. Like he said, we're just quick to throw away black women. You know, Snoop Dogg and Nelly, they performed for when, you know, Trump was elected and that, or into the White House. But yeah, Chris Michelle from what, 5 years ago. Also, now she can't get a look in. Like her career is done, it's finished. So I definitely agree with that. They're just quick to throw black women away under the bus and keep it pushing. Okay, guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And please make sure you're still subscribed and your notification bell is on. But yeah, obviously, I wish Money Long all the best and hopefully her career's not over because she does make all right music, you know what I mean? But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.